Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. Today is Valentine's Day and it is going to be an exceptionally cheesy Valentine's Day, quite literally. Charlie and I are heading to a Creamery cheese production tour at Daylesford later on today. I've always wanted to see their creamery where they make the cheeses, and then I think it ends with a cheese tasting. So basically, our dream Valentine's Day. Cannot wait. So heading there a little bit later. Just going to do a little bit of work from home until we head off. But as you saw, this morning started with a great workout with Lauren. A little bit more of an upper body focus, which is perfect because yesterday's Pilates was very lower body focused, and now we're just going to make a nice brunch. Wanted to show you in proper daylight my new hair length and colour. Had a session with Kate yesterday. She came to the house and I'm really pleased with how it looks. So there we go. But anyway, now I'm going to make some breakfast and then we'll bring you along for our Valentine's plans. I've got my cute little heart earrings in because that just feels perfect for today. Okay, my darlings, so here in the kitchen I'm going to make some breakfast. Alexa, volume down. Playing Peach and the Wolf very loudly. I'm going to do a mega version of our avocado toast this morning. I think we probably won't be eating until, I would guess, around 3 o'clock later with the cheese tasting, and even then it's going to be nibbles rather than lunch. So I think we need a nice big breakfast to see us through. I thought I would put a little bit of extra effort in as well, seeing as it's Valentine's Day, and I'm pretty sure Charlie's going to cook something delicious for our dinner later on. So my normal avo toast is literally just sliced avocado on some seed bread with seeds, dukkha, olive oil, salt and microgreens, which doesn't sound that basic, but it's really quick to throw together. But today I'm also going to be doing an avocado puree with some garlic, some olive oil, some chili, and that'll be so delicious on the seed bread. And I'm going to also do some smashed peas, which I think will just be extra tasty. So let's get started with the peas. Quite tragically, we've run out of olive oil, which is not ideal for this. So I'm going to start by melting some butter in my saucepan. And I'm just tossing in some frozen peas. I'm also just going to lightly toast some of the seed mix just for some extra flavour. Peas will probably be around 5 minutes. I'll just keep shaking these around so that they don't get burnt. And meanwhile, I'm going to do the avocado puree. Well, Charlie and I were obviously on the same wavelength because he just picked up some more olive oil from the store. So we've got olive oil, 3 halves of avocado, some garlic, and some salt and pepper, and the juice of half a lime in here. So I'm going to get this all blended. So here we have our mega loaded avocado toast on the seeded rye bread. We didn't have any fresh bread left, unfortunately, but this is still really delicious. We've got a avocado kind of puree smashed down at the bottom, sliced avocado, olive oil, toasted seeds, smashed peas, microgreens, dukkha, and a sprinkling of fresh salt. It looks absolutely delicious. Can't wait to dig in. So we're in the greenhouse, pottering about with Lila, she's just on the phone, and we're just planting up some sweet pea seeds and some microgreens. So I'm reusing the old soil from the previous microgreens, and that's just down in the bottom of this pot here because, you know, they don't really develop a root system, so we just need to bulk it out. And then we've got these two little dishes, little flat dishes, are perfect for microgreens. I probably only have a couple of days left in these ones because I've been chopping them and putting them on loads of meals. So I'm definitely going to do some more peas, and then, where did I put the sachet? I've got these rocket seeds that came free with a Gardener's World magazine, so these will also be perfect for microgreen sowing. Let's do it. Well, that was a great little seed sowing session in the greenhouse with Lila. We're now at Strawtop Cottage. We've just got to do a few little errands here, dropping off some paint samples for next door. Very exciting. I'm actually going to take you in and give you a little update. I have also not seen it in probably like 2 months, so I think there's some floor tiles down now. I'm not too sure what other updates there will be, but that's Charlie taking out the bins. But yeah, I thought I would update you on the progress with Strawtop 2. Just in case you're unfamiliar, this is Strawtop Cottage, which is mine and Charlie's holiday rental. It is the most gorgeous 2-bedroom cottage with just the loveliest finishing touches, if I do say so myself. The perfect place to stay to explore the Cotswolds, and we are launching Strawtop 2 next door very, very soon. So let's go and see what it's looking like next door. Just while Charlie does the bins, Strawtop 1, the original Strawtop Cottage. Obviously none of the lights are on or anything. We don't have any guests here at the moment because we've got some loud work going on next door. This is rather lovely. The little pot of narcissus in the windowsill coming into bloom. Update.
How you doing, mate? Sorry I'm a bit late.
Still very much a building site, as you can see. Kitchen looking good. New floor.
They're still going to have a
mat to start with.
No, I'm happy with
yeah,
that.
looks good.
Because obviously, you know, so along here, mate, you don't one day, but let's see.
It's how much. I mean, we're talking as far, but it's.
Well, that was the most fleeting of visits into Strawtop 2, and Charlie's just chatting with Paul, who's in there at the moment. He's been doing a lot of the plumbing, and he's also just been doing a little bit of paint work on the ceiling. So what I was trying to show you, but I couldn't talk to camera because Charlie was updating Paul on various design decisions, but we have now got a new floor which looks like it's always been there, which is, you know, the look that we're going for in the boot room. So Strawtop 2 has got a boot room, Strawtop 1 doesn't, and it's going to have kind of, you know, places for your jackets and your boots and extra storage. It's going to be a really nice, very countryside styled room. And then we were looking at paint samples for that area. I'm not sure the brand actually, but Charlie's chosen lots of different greens. It's really been Charlie's project, so every time I go I'm like, oh, that looks nice, that looks nice. And I've not really had to do anything. And all the styling in Strawtop 1, the original Strawtop, that is pretty much all Charlie as well. Like all the pictures on the walls, all the books on the bookshelves. I decided on the paints and the curtains and things like that, and obviously like the big decisions like the light fittings and big furniture, but all the little details are Charlie. He's got a really great eye for detail. I'm hoping he's also got a great eye for chatting a long time when we need to get to Daylesford, otherwise we're going to be late, and I desperately want to grab a matcha latte to take in with me. Hopefully I'll be allowed to take it into the Creamery. Anyway, I'm really intrigued, cannot wait to see and eat lots of cheese.
Something quite easy.
59.
Like down the Ross or something. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. She's having the best time. So of course, delicious cheese starts with some very happy cows. So we're starting our tour here in the dairy barn, and we've been learning about how these guys are in here at the moment eating the straw, and in summer of course they'll be outside eating the fresh grass. They eat 100% natural grass, and we actually just learnt that even when milk says it's organic, it can be grown with only 60% organic, or it can eat only 60% organic and 40% could actually be not organic. Very interesting. Whereas these guys have a completely natural diet. These little ones over here are about 2 years old. They don't get milked very much, just natural levels of milking. So unlike many cows that will only be able to be milked for about 5 years, these guys will be able to produce milk for around 15 years. And this big boy over here, that's the bull.
There is a...
So if you look to the back, that brown cow over there is a Gloucester cow, and we've just learned how a single Gloucester cheese has to come from a Gloucester cow born and raised and milked here in Gloucester. Should be unsurprising, but there we go. Gloucester cheese from this lovely lady. Looking very glamorous for our next stop, which is in the Creamery, which is literally meters away from where the cows have been milked. So it's definitely not got to travel too far. So we're roped up, ready for the next step. Home again now after a wonderful afternoon discovering all about cheese at the Daylesford Creamery. It ended up with, as you saw, a cheese and wine tasting, or cheese and kombucha for Charlie. I feel like I've got cheese information overload. We learnt so much. Everyone there is just so passionate and can go into so much detail about the area of the business that they're in. So yeah, I feel quite overwhelmed with cheese knowledge. Didn't get to do any of my cheese jokes, which was quite tragic, but I made a couple of notes actually. And I wanted to share just some interesting cheese facts with you. And now that I'm reading them back, I'm like, is it just me that's fascinated by cheese? Well, obviously not, because they're 7 other guests at this course today, and obviously everyone that works in the cheese team at Daylesford. But I guess it does make sense when you think about it, but I didn't really think about it before, that cows get pregnant and give birth all year round, whereas animals like sheep and goat, they get impregnated, is that what you would say, in autumn, and then they are pregnant over autumn winter, and they give birth late winter, early spring. But because cows eat all year round, give birth all year round, what they eat and therefore their milk is different at different times of year. So you have to really adapt the cheese making process based on the time of year, based on what the cow has been eating. So that's really interesting, and they have to really carefully monitor the protein and the fat in the milk to decide how to treat it to become different kinds of cheeses. And then based on that, they have to decide what temperature to kind of brew the cheese or brew the milk, because the temperature that you treat it at will have a huge impact on the kind of cheese. And yeah, I guess I never really thought of that before. And then, like I showed you the Gloucester cow, it's only that cow in Gloucester that can produce a single Gloucester cheese. Very, very interesting. I also wrote down a few facts. You can always eat the rind on a soft cheese. That's actually where all the calcium is. You can on some hard cheeses as well, but some of them it's not so good. So yeah, but always on a soft cheese. I mean, I wrote down so many facts, but I feel like not everyone is quite as passionate about cheese as I am. But once again, and I know it's something that we talk about a lot, but it really drove home the importance of looking at the provenance of your food. They were talking about even how with milk, you can't or chickens for example, you can't trust a box of eggs that says free range, or even a turkey at Christmas or a chicken, you can't trust it saying free range, because all that means is that it's lived one of its 5 weeks outside, or it's been allowed to go outside. But often supermarket free range chicken, for example, it's actually been grown up in a really small barn, and because it's not been able to run around, it essentially doesn't have the muscles in its legs to actually lift its body up. So that 1 week that the doors are open, in order for it to be called free range, this chicken actually doesn't have the strength to go outside. So essentially a lot of chicken that's labelled as free range is actually not. Whereas if you look for organic free range, the word organic means that they've not been fed these artificial feeds which plump them to a size that they really shouldn't be based on that stage of their life. So that will mean that they have had far better treatment. So looking out for the word organic, so important. And I think I said to you earlier about how a lot of supermarket milks, they can actually be called organic, but only 60% needs to actually be organic. So a lot of food for thought, and I feel very, very grateful to have this information and be able to prioritize buying organic food. And I appreciate that that's just not possible for everybody. I wish that there was some magic wand that I could wave that it would be, because I think starting off a child's life or changing your diet to include good quality food is just the #1 amazing thing you can do for your health. Anyway, not going to be going into that today because I am a stock record. I've just made myself a nice tea. Well, I think it's going to be nice. I've actually not had this by itself before. It is the Collagen Booster Dirty Rose Chai. 3 of my favourite things in a drink, including collagen. And I've literally just added boiling water to this. So I think it's going to be a really nice chai tea. This is one of the things that I chose on the health website, which means I will have a discount code. I think it's literally just Josie LDN gets you 10% off. And I had someone ask me the other day about Dirty, the mushroom powders, if I had a discount code for that. And again, you can buy that on the health website, so you can use that same discount code. Anyway, snacking on some sweeties because I've had a lot of cheese, a lot of savoury. I think we're gonna light the fire now, watch a film maybe, just chill. But first I need to do some editing, so that's the rest of our afternoon.
How are you going to get into the car? The door, you simpleton. She's locked it. Yeah, people do that. Well, you'll actually smash the window. Dad, you're asking me to just cry.
Good morning, darlings. It's now Thursday morning. I've got a nice day ahead of me today, despite the grey, miserable weather. I've been looking at the weather forecast, literally counting down the minutes until the sun's gonna come back. Apparently we might have some sun tomorrow, so can't wait for that. But yeah, today, so I'm obviously at Bamford. I'm about to do Reformer Pilates, and then I'm gonna drive over to Cheltenham to visit the Holland Cooper boutique, representing already in my fleece. And I'm going to have a little look at a few things for my outfit for Cheltenham Festival. I brought with me my gorgeous, absolute favourite piece from them, which is my trench coat, and I'm hoping to find some matching trousers because I'm very much into wearing my trousers at the moment. Oh, sounds like I'm losing my voice. So yeah, heading there straight from Daylesford later on. I threw together with my little smoothie jars a quick smoothie before leaving the house. And this container, it's from Partners in Wine, will keep it nice and cold for after my class, so I will be able to enjoy that while I'm on the road. But yeah, just wanted to say good morning. I'm a few minutes early, so I'm going to stroll over, grab a cup of tea. They have really nice like herbal teas that you can get for free before your class, so top tip. There we go. Right, let's go and get our body moving. Again, I'm looking a lot more presentable than when I spoke to you first thing this morning. So all dressed up.
We're very lucky to have the fact that, you know, you guys were savvy about that. Yes. So
please excuse my podcast. I'm listening to the Sheer Lux episode with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's really, really interesting. I'm gonna really struggle to do this maneuver because Charlie has got mud on his back camera. One moment please, I need to faff about. The ironic thing is, if I crash into another car, it'll be my Porsche because it's still here. You would not believe how hard it is to get a hold of Porsche tyres for some weird reason. Okay, we're back to driving forwards. So yes, I just showed you a little non-talking clip of my current outfit because I really, really like it. I wasn't sure if there was anyone in the cubicles in the changing room, so I didn't want to go talking because that would just be far too embarrassing and ruin the zen of the spa changing area. But yes, absolutely, I just love a Holland Cooper roll neck tucked into a pair of trousers. I think it is potholorama. I think it is such an elegant look. I'm actually being very lazy by getting in the car right now because I'm just driving from the spa car park to the main car park so that I can go and pick up a matcha for my journey. It's about half an hour from here to the Holland Cooper boutique, which is just outside Cheltenham. I'm actually going to drop my friend Millie a message and see on the off chance if she might be available to meet me for a quick lunch afterwards. I know that she's working, but don't know how long her lunch breaks are, and I don't get to see her as often as I would like to, so I should have coordinated this better. And then, sorry, I've got like verbals now since coming out of the class. And then when I get home this afternoon, I've got another real treat because the gorgeous skincare brand Fresh, thank you, you are parked right in the middle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Fresh are coming to the house to show me one of their new launches. And they're gonna give me a little facial, which is gonna be just so heavenly. So can't wait. But anyway, I'm gonna run in and get my matcha. And just as I need to get out of the car, it started to pour with rain. That is fantastic. Okay, I'm set. I've got my almond matcha, I've got my fruit smoothie, and I've had 4 little cheese samples. I said to the guys in the cheese room that I did the cheese course here yesterday, and it's just made me love their cheeses even more, knowing just how wonderfully they're made. So, heading to Cheltenham now, half an hour journey. I'll be 10 minutes early, that is perfection. And the all-important question is, what podcast am I going to listen to? Got 15 minutes left of the Sheer Lux with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then I've got 7 minutes left of Beating Stress with Science on the Zoe podcast. So we've got a couple to finish, and then we'll find something new. Right, let's go.
To the power of Instagram, anyone can be good at their makeup, anyone can be good at their brows once they've given themselves that time to learn, like you were saying earlier about brows. It's
Here we are in my favourite boutique, and the ladies have pulled together some gorgeous bits, perfectly matching my coat. We've got the gorgeous trousers, beautifully high-waisted, and some top options. I was admiring this fabulous material. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's kind of a flecked material. Beautiful shirts with a ruffle collar. We've got this very popular knit, which has got a gorgeous shape to it, little HC on the collar. And then this gorgeous cashmere with the little shoulder pads, and always accessorizing to perfection with scarves, belts, booties. I've already got my bits and bobs on, and I've already spotted something else to add to my wish list. I said to Lizzie, this looks very alpine. Gorgeous gold zip. Beautiful, very cozy. Here we go, let's go. Trousers are on, I'm loving the fit. They are super high-waisted, super flattering. Being not the tallest, I'm gonna have to take a good few inches off the bottom. But we've gone with a little bodysuit with a slight padding on the shoulder. And I think the slim fit and then the trousers is a great silhouette. So now let's accessorize. We've added a belt, and it's just made it even more fabulous. We've gone for the one with the HC logo, and the leather looks absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have accessorized to perfection. We've got the new bag style, which is absolutely gorgeous in the brown suede. And then the trousers finished off with the belts and a scarf, which we thought was great because there's quite a lot of bodice on show with the top. So there we go. Here is the Cheltenham look. Okay, that was a fabulous visit to Holland Cooper. I always have the best chats with the team there. They're all just so lovely and so incredible at their jobs. I always want to buy everything when I visit the boutique. So luckily, Millie was free, and I'm gonna go and have a quick lunch with her. I love a little impromptu friend date. So I'm heading to, I think it's a hotel called the Langton, and she lured me in with promises of roaring open fires. So it sounds like it's gonna be really gorgeous. 5 minutes away from Holland Cooper. While I was with the girls there, we were talking about retail psychology and things that retailers do to make people buy more. And I know I've spoken about it in a few previous videos, but I think I might do an entire come shopping with me where I point out the things that the retailers are doing in the shops to make you buy more. So the example that I was giving to the girls just now is when clothing like knitwear is folded up and it's got that perfect bit of paper keeping it perfectly crisp. One of the reasons that they do that, obviously because it looks neat, but also because as a customer, if you pick it up and then you mess up the paper and you mess up the folding, you feel so guilty that you've done that you, instead of putting it down and leaving a mess, you're more inclined to take it to the changing room and try it on. And the more things you try on, the more likely you are to buy something. So that was just one little example. And I went through a few of them with the girls while we were shopping. And they found it really interesting, so I said I need to talk about this more online. But anyway, I'm 2 minutes away from the Langton. I'm gonna be 5 minutes late for Millie, oh no. And yeah, hopefully we're gonna have something scrumptious for our lunch. Oh, and when we get home, I will show you the bits that I picked up from Holland Cooper. Hello again, darlings. It's actually 3 o'clock, which means it is technically too late for me to be having a coffee, but I think that an espresso is maybe not quite as strong as if I make a coffee in the machine. A la Marzocco. I am just loving our grandfather clock. When it dings away, we actually take the weight off at night so that it doesn't chime at night, and it's not too much of an inconvenience. We actually turn off a lamp right next to it before bed anyway, so we basically always remember, I say we, Charlie always remembers to take the weight off it before we go to bed, and then when the lamp goes on again in the morning, then the weight goes back on, so it's great. But yeah, just got back home. Very nice, fairly scenic drive through Cheltenham, through Stowe and back home. It's a really nice route, so I love going to visit the Holland Cooper boutique, and then a really nice impromptu lunch with Millie. So my facialist, her name is Catherine Mackenzie Patterson. She should be here in about an hour, so as much as I'd love to go and do an hour in the greenhouse, I do unfortunately need to tackle my inbox because I glanced at it before driving home and it's not a pretty sight. So hence the coffee. Wish me luck. I'll see you in an hour for hopefully a very magical way to end the day with a little bit of pampering. Darlings, I'm not one of those people that looks glamorous after a facial. I just look a little bit naked and disheveled, but my goodness, that was such a heavenly treatment. So that was organised by Fresh. They sent the lovely Catherine out here to do a few press treatments, and yeah, it was just absolutely gorgeous. She has got the most incredible massage technique. I actually had a treatment with Catherine years ago as part of a décolleté experience, and I just remember her technique is so incredible. It felt amazing, and I forget how many Fresh products I absolutely love. We started off with a scrub, I had a mask, so many beautiful serums. Oh my gosh, and I think the main product that it was to promote is their new Lotus Youth Preserving Resurfacing Dream Serum. Really lovely blue glass packaging. And this is a really great resurfacing product if you want something that's quite gentle. So maybe harsh actives like retinols, they're not for everyone. Or maybe you just want to have some days that you're still peeling and refreshing the skin, but you're doing it in a much more gentle way. It says gently exfoliates and boosts radiance. Catherine was also saying, because I'm a regular fake tanner on my face, that can be a cause for blocked pores and visibly blocked pores. She said that this would be amazing for that. And then I also have their Youth Preserve Dream Face Cream. I think this is going to be a really gorgeous, rich, hydrating face cream. I'm not going to open it until I finish the face cream that I'm using downstairs at the moment though, because we don't want anything to go to waste. But that was gorgeous. And Catherine has actually got a spot in a beautiful townhouse on Hanover Square. It's the KMP clinic. I will leave her details down below in case you want a heavenly facial experience in London. Before I go to bed, I did promise I would very quickly show you what I picked up in Holland Cooper. It's not very surprising because you literally just saw me try it on, but this is the bodysuit. So you've got the buttons on the shoulder, really beautiful fit. You saw me wearing this earlier, and I think a bodysuit with the trousers is perfect, so you don't need to worry about tucking anything in or anything getting too bulky, which I definitely get conscious of otherwise. These I am really excited about. It says handmade in London. I think it's actually a Scottish wool. Finest quality wools and tweeds woven in Great Britain. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the quality of these really is absolutely stunning, and they match my coat perfectly. Beautiful detail, gorgeous champagne coloured lining. Even the lining matches my coat lining. That is the level of detail. I can't wait to wear these. I need to get them shortened, so take them up a few inches so they hang perfectly. And I also just couldn't leave without the brown trousers. These are called, oh, I didn't notice that before, this little panel on the back there. Holland Cooper really do think of all the best little small design details. What are these called? I think we will be able to add these to my, they're called the contour trouser. I do have an edit page on Holland Cooper, so we'll leave that link down below, and you can basically use that as like the starting point for all of our favourite pieces. But I'll definitely be adding these. They just fit so nicely, and when you want something that's a little bit smarter than leggings but gives you that shape, that contour, and that fit, you know, it's just so easy to wear with a nice cozy jumper and with wellies, with a wax jacket. This is just a real nice building block piece for your wardrobe, and they were super flattering, so love those, and I know I'll get a lot of wear out of them. Anyways, you might be able to tell I'm pretty tired, so Charlie and I are gonna head to bed now. We've actually just had dinner with Lila after my treatment, so we're gonna head to bed now. We are watching something called Trigger Point. I can't remember if it's on Netflix or Sky, I can't remember, but it's good. If you really enjoyed watching Vicky McClure in Line of Duty, she's in it, and some other familiar faces too, so I recommend giving that a watch. But anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog here, darlings. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.